Good day, fifth graders. Today we're going to be on pages 27 through 29. We're going to be starting our chapters, our sections on nouns. So far we've covered all the verbs, the actions, the state of beings, the helping verbs. So we know what verbs are. We know how to identify them in sentences. So now we're going to move over to the nouns, which is going to bring us into our subject side. We've learned how to separate a subject part of a sentence from a predicate part of a sentence. We realize that the predicate part of a sentence typically starts before the verb. So the verb is the first word, and the predicate part of the sentence is what we've been looking at so far. Okay, so today we're going to look at nouns. Nouns are naming words. Person, place, things, ideas, those types of things, right? So a person could be like a cousin, it could be a teacher, could be a pastor, could be a girl or a boy. Places could be like a town, a kitchen, a bedroom, a city, a state, right? Things could be like pies, tigers, toys, hockey, games, keys, things like that. And then ideas are more things like faith and love and happiness and joy, justice, those types of things. Loyalty, those are ideas, right? So there is a little exercise in Think A, and it gives you a few words, a few selection of words. And there are a few columns. The columns is person, places, things, or ideas. And all I want you to do is, like for the first word, peace. There's peace, happiness, fireman, rocket, village, Asia, and all those words. Put them under the proper category. If it's a person, write it on one of the blanks under person. If it's a place, write it in the blank under places. If it's a thing, write it in the blank under thing. And if it's an idea, then just write it under there as well. So look closely. It says the words a, an, and the give you a signal that a noun is coming. So if you see the boy was driving a car. A tells you a noun is about to follow, okay? A what? A car. A car is a thing, therefore it is a noun, okay? So I was eating an apple. Well, what thing was I eating? An apple, all right? So the word an kind of gives you a signal that a noun is going to follow. And then we were playing with the ball. Okay, the tells you a noun is following as well. So the articles, they are adjectives. We call them articles. A, an, and the are a signal for you to know that a noun is coming. Okay, all right. So in Think B, it says underline the nouns in the following sentences, and the number at the end of the sentence tells you how many nouns there are. So for example, I'm going to write the first one down at the bottom here. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We all know that's scripture, right? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Period. Because it is a sentence, starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Okay. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. At the end of the sentence, it has a 4 in parentheses. So this tells you that there are 4 nouns that you should find in this sentence. Okay, so remember our articles, a, and the, right? A, and the are articles or adjectives that tell us that a noun is following, okay? So here is the, here is the, here is the, right? 3 times. So you should know that is 3 nouns following those 3 articles, all right? So the what? Fear of the what? Lord is the what? Beginning, okay? And then we're going to learn about prepositional phrases and objects of prepositions later on, but wisdom is also an idea, right? An idea to have wisdom. So, fear is a thing, Lord is a person. Beginning, right, is a time space. You could consider it a thing or an idea. And then wisdom is also an idea, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I met the requirement, so I know I have all 4, right? Okay, so you will do numbers 2 through 8. I will send it to you. I will send the answers to you for you to check. You do not have to submit anything to me for today's assignment. Okay, on page 28, the subject is nouns, right? Anytime you have a subject in a sentence, it has to be a noun. Okay, it cannot be a verb, it cannot be an adjective, it has to be a noun. All right, a person, place, thing, or idea. For example, remember, there's some examples there at the top in the blue box if you want to look over those as well. But I put the first sentence of your exercise on the board so that I can walk that one through with you. Remember, we studied a complete subject and a complete predicate. We put a line between the subject and predicate. So for this one, the little girl could not see or even hear. So we know that could see is our verb. So there is our line before the first verb, okay? Or here is another verb. So this is our complete subject. The little girl is the complete subject. Complete subject, part of the sentence, right? And then could not see or even hear is the complete predicate, part of the sentence. Remember, we learned subject parts of the sentence, predicate parts of the sentence. So now we're going to focus on the simple subject, not the complete subject. The complete subject is everything that comes before your verb. Your simple subject is the noun that the sentence is about, the noun that the verb is talking about. So we said that could see was our first verb, right? Who or what could see? The girl, right? Don't say the little girl. The is, remember we called it an article. It's also an adjective that describes which girl? The girl, okay? And which girl? Little girl, not the big girl, the little girl, right? It tells you which one. So these are not part of the simple subject. The simple subject will simply be a noun, okay? So girl could see or hear, all right? So this is what you're going to do. You underline your simple subject. I'm going to put SS for simple subject one time. And your verbs 2 times. We always underline verbs twice. We'll always underline our subject once, okay? All right. You need to know that going forward, okay? There'll be some other exercises where it'll ask you to underline something for a particular exercise. But when we are looking for subjects and verbs in a sentence, it's always verbs twice, subjects once, okay? All right. So you will complete Think A. All right. And also Think B on page 29. I will send you the answers for all 3 pages for page 27, 28, and 29. I will attach those to the assignment, to the lesson, either late this evening or tomorrow. But it will be there for you. Please try to complete the exercise before looking at the answers, okay? Which is why I don't post them the same day. I expect that you will do the work first and then go back and check your answers, okay? All right. So if you have any questions, you need any help, guys, just let me know. Send me a text. But this is all you have to do. Identify your subjects, your simple subject, and your verbs in a sentence, okay? Have a blessed day, guys.